Hello everyone, my name is Kate Marshall. The name of my channel is called Inked Paper Art, and today is day 150 of 365 days of junk journal ideas. I know it has taken us a while to get here. Thank you guys for watching and being on this journey with me. I make a short little video every day teaching you guys how to make a different piece of ephemera for junk journals, or it's, pockets, tags, journal cards, that kind of stuff, decorating, beading, making a junk journal, sewing in the signature, everything to do with junk journals. Today's project is a belly band. It is, in my opinion, the best belly band there is. It is simple, it uses basic supplies, and it is fast. And when it's done, it looks like $1,000,000 and people will be like, how did you do it? Okay, so let's get started. What are you going to need for supplies? Any type of either a thick cardstock paper or a thin paper. In this case, I am using thin paper, and it doesn't have to be double-sided. You actually won't see the other side of this paper. So you can go ahead and just use single side. I happen to have double side, so I'm going to use that. But just any type of paper. If you are using cardstock here, then you don't need this extra piece of cardstock. Because I'm using thin paper, I'm going to use cardstock. I just figured it'd be better to show you guys both ways anyway. So let's get started. All you're going to want is one single sheet of 8.5 by 11 size paper, cardstock, whatever you're using. Very, very simple project. Choose what you like best for your belly band. Like I like this edge over here really well for a belly band. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply fold over whatever I want to show on my belly band front. I'm going to fold that over, and I'm going to make that as wide of a belly band as I want to make it. You can make this project any size. So I'm just going to make, kind of a normal looking belly band size here, and I'll measure it and show you guys. I just lined up the bottom and made a fold. There you go. Super simple. The next thing is you're going to cut off this excess piece of paper. So anything that is blue, I don't need. I'm just going to simply hold the two pieces together, and I'm going to line up my scissors, and I'm going to cut off that excess piece of paper right along the edge of the one that I do want. Okay. So you could measure, you could put it in the trimmer, you could do whatever you want, but that's pretty simple. So this one we can discard for now. That'll go into the scrap bin. And this is what we have. We have a simple little opening thing. Again, you don't need it double-sided. That just happened to be there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make some folds. We need the folds to kind of give us an idea of where to cut. You don't have to do the folds. You can just randomly cut. That works okay too. What you're going to want is you're going to want to make this piece, however long this is, like this is 8.5 inches because we used 8.5 by 11, but you're going to want to section this into 3 sections. So the easiest way for me to do it is just by eye, and I'm just going to do it and make sure that whatever this size that I'm folding over looks similar to this one that isn't being folded over. So I'm just going to guess it. You can guess it too. It doesn't matter if it's slightly off. And then I creased it. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to flip it over, and I'm just going to fold whatever is left and even this distance out. So it's not going to match up perfectly. Just even it out to where you've got roughly the same distance from top to bottom. Like I have a little sliver showing here on this side, and I have a little sliver showing here on this side. Ultimately, all you're looking for is 3 sections. However you obtain 3 sections, if you want to measure, that's totally fine too. The next thing is I want to ink. So I'm going to fold it to where I can ink my line so that I can see that line better. And so I'm just going to fold it, and then I'm just going to run a little ink right there. There we go. And now when I open it, I can see that line a little better. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Just ink it. There we go. And now I can see that line a little bit better. I don't know if you guys can see this one down here, so let me give that a little bit more ink just so the camera can see it better. Okay, so you have 2 lines. You're going to cut along both of those lines. This is a very simple project. Don't get stressed out about it. We're not looking for perfection. Ultimately, when this project is done, it looks beautiful. So take your scissors, follow those lines. If you want to put it in a trimmer, put it in a trimmer, but follow those lines and don't cut past your fold. Your center fold here, don't cut past that, okay? So then take this one, follow that line, cut it right up to the fold. There we go. So now we have a belly band that looks like this. It has 3 little folding things. And now we're going to do another fold. And so for this fold, you're going to start, I like to start at the bottom for this. And I'm going to fold the top corner of each section. So I'm going to fold the top corner of each section, and you can decide how far you want to fold it. I'm going to make sure that my fold is lined up with this part down here. So this is my edge where I'm using it as a guide, and I'm going to line up this fold and make it even with that. So there we go. And I'm just going to crease it. I left my fold like this, where I have a little section here and a little section here, and just a crease here. Okay. So I'm going to do all 3 that way, and I'm going to keep them about the same. So now I can line up this blue edge here with this paper here, and I can kind of line up the same, right? Something like that. Trying to keep it straight. If you need to refold, refold. There we go. That's straighter. More straight. And then I'm going to do the same with the top one, where I'm going to fold it over, keeping it about straight and about lined up with the other ones. So basically I have the same strip showing all down the left side, and I have whatever distance here. As long as my fold is straight, we're good. Now, the next thing that you want to do, very simple, just fold all of these folds to the inside. Follow along with your fold line and just fold them to the inside, just like that. Fold them to the inside. Now, you don't have to do it this way. There is an option to add additional pockets to your belly band. If you leave these folded this way, you can make little tiny tucks right here. If you want to, you could take, something very small, I don't know what, and you could tuck it in here. If you leave them folded to the front, you're going to have a pocket back here. No matter which way you do it, you're going to have this pocket. So if you want this little extra tuck, then leave these folded to the front. I don't want that little extra tuck on my belly band, so I'm going to fold mine in. I like the look of this better. It's cleaner. So now I have all 3 folded in. My belly band is taking shape. The next thing I'm going to do is quickly ink just the little bits here that folded in. So just that gets inked. You can ink, if you want to ink the rest, go ahead and ink the rest. But I'm just going to fold those in and ink. And I know right now you're like, this is a hot mess. It comes out beautiful. And I hope that you guys followed along with me. And so a quick 15-minute beautiful decorated belly band. Don't have to ink the rest right now. And we're going to glue these together now. And if you used cardstock, your belly band is complete. If not, we're going to glue it to a base. So to glue these, you want everything tucked in. We're going to first open them up. And I like to just turn it upside down. It's just easier. Open them all up, and you're going to glue these little flaps. All these little flaps, you're going to glue down. Okay. So I just take art glitter. I follow the fold line, put some around the edge. Whoops. And then fill that in. And then that gets glued there. There we go. This strengthens the pocket that you just made. By folding the paper to the inside, it strengthens it. You could cut it off if you wanted, but I think it's better to strengthen your pocket up. Especially if you're using a printed digital paper like I'm using. If you're using cardstock, you could just cut it. It would be all right. It would be sturdy enough. But I like this way. So there's that. They're all folded to the inside. They're all glued. And now I can turn it back around this way. This is what it looks like. We've got nice sturdy pockets right here now because we folded that paper over. It also helps strengthen the belly band. And now we're going to add glue to form our pockets. And for this, you're going to take your glue. I'm going to start at the bottom again. Take a line, just a thin little line of glue across the bottom. Go all the way across to the fold. Wherever your fold line is, go all the way across. And then go ahead and fold those over. And that makes your pocket. And this is a super simple belly band that looks so good. It looks like $1,000,000 in your journal. And you can hold additional ephemera. It's not just a plain belly band. You can still decorate the front of it. You can stick all kinds of things, not just little things. You could stick big things in here as well, because it has the full 8.5 inches. So this would be your belly band if you made it out of some kind of cardstock. It would still work as a belly band, but for me it's too thin. So what I do to solve that problem is I glue it to just some cheap old cardstock. If you have some ugly scrapbook paper, you could glue it to that, because this is never going to be seen. No one is going to see what I'm gluing it to here. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue it on the edge of some cardstock just to strengthen it up. And so it's easier for me just to glue on things. You guys know that if you watch me, I just like to go for it and just glue it. And we can deal with whatever on the cardstock later. Glue dries clear. It's not a big deal. So I'm just gluing it up. And there we go. And then you're going to take it, stick it on your cardstock. I'm going to try to line it up so I can do as little cutting as I need, you know. I don't want to have to do extra if I can get away without it. So there it is. I do have a chunk of glue. We'll put that back on there. There we go. So smooth that down. That's super sturdy now. Oh, we're only at 11 minutes. I could have made 3 of these today. I mean, I did make 3 of them, but I could have made 3 on camera. Okay, so then I just take my scissors and I just cut along it, making sure not to cut into it. Just follow it along. Now, there are all kinds of people out there, like, you know, telling you got to be technical. If you are a measuring kind of person, be my guest. You can measure it all out. You can line it. You can whatever. But I'm telling you right now, when it's done, nobody cares. So I just trim off all the excess white cardstock if there was any showing. It looks like we're good. And then the next step is just to ink around the whole entire piece. Now, you could corner round these if you wanted them corner rounded. I don't really feel like I need corner rounding on it, so I'm just going to ink around the whole entire thing. Now, we've already inked all of our individual pockets. We're good to go. We'll get that inked. And then when it is dry, we stick it in a junk journal. And so let's pretend that this is my junk journal page, right? So this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. It's a mock junk journal page. I would glue this on the top and the bottom only and leave it as a complete pass-through on this side. So what do I have? So it would be a complete pass-through. And that's a belly band. For all you new people, this is what it means by a belly band. You're gluing the top and you're gluing the bottom. Now we have all these fun pockets, and these are not just little pockets. They're big. They open up fully and nice like this because we didn't add any glue up here at the top. If you add glue up here, it's going to be a smaller pocket. But because we left them all like this and they're doubled over, they're very sturdy. And we can fit quite a bit of ephemera in here. So you could take some little pieces of like Tim Holtz. I'll probably make individual decorated little tags or something. But this is just a quick thing to like, you know, here's a pocket kind of idea. But you could put pretty good sized things in here because it doesn't matter if it covers up the pocket up there. You could even stick a really long tag. I don't know what I have over here, but you could stick other things in there as well. And of course you could decorate the little flaps. I probably will. But for now, this is kind of what it looks like. I guess it does need to be double-sided paper because you have that blue showing back there. I lied. It does need to be double-sided paper. I just realized that. I just realized that when we fold these over, you're going to see this blue one back there. So yes, it does need to be double-sided. Sorry for all the people who I just misled, but I have made one and I made one with you, and now I will make a third one. But that's just a simple little belly band, and I really love how it looks. Like this doesn't need to be covered, but I really love how this looks. And so it's going to go on my page like that. And then there will be a big journal card that slides in there. So that's the fast belly band. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing and all of the wonderful things that you guys do to tell me that you like the content. I really appreciate that. If you want to leave me a comment, leave me a comment. I do respond to all of the comments. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye, guys.